and gentlemen, welcome to the post-game press conference for the EuroBasket 2022 quarterfinal game between France and Italy. Final score 93-85. After overtime, France advanced to the semifinals of the competition. For the first part, we're joined by Luigi Datome and head coach Gianmarco Pozzecco of Italy. Luigi, could you please share your thoughts on the game?
Hello everybody. About the game, what can I say? A big chance for us. When I heard again for the fourth time, we couldn't go through quarterfinal, so I know very well what does it mean. But after, when the pain will go away, we need to be and feel proud of ourselves again. We show that we can compete with France, with Serbia, the best team in the world, with a lot of, with lack of size, of course, and this means tremendous effort through the 40 minutes that maybe you pay at the end. But what can I say? Very painful, of course, very, very painful, but also very, very proud of my teammates, and I feel so lucky that I play with these guys. That's it.
Thank you. Coach, could we also have a statement from you?
Really proud of my players. You cannot even imagine. You saw the game. Everybody saw the game. Of course, congratulations to France. They never give up. I love my players. I can stop to coach tomorrow morning or right now. My life doesn't change. What they did, what they show in this tournament is something amazing. They fight from the first day in every fucking practice to achieve their goals. And everybody has to respect this. Everybody. Everybody. How they give 100%, everybody has to give 100%. I'm suffering for them. I'm suffering, really. Not for myself. I told you. I can stop to practice right now. I don't want to watch. I cannot watch my player like deserve it to continue to continue to dream. I'm really proud of them. Cannot even imagine how much I'm proud of them. We showed the best basketball in EuroBasket. In one moment, you could watch the difference, like between us and everybody, like in every game. But then to the end, in one moment, you will watch my player and said like, oh my God, there is not so big difference between those teams. Just because they got like all of them really big balls. I love Fontecchio. I really love. He's an amazing player. Amazing player. Amazing player. Amazing player. That's it.
Thank you. Let's now open the floor to the questions from the media. We'll first take the questions in English, then questions in Italian if there are some. Is there any question in English over there?
Just one request. Tomorrow, or tonight, when you write really what you think about the game. All of you. All of you. All of you, you have to write what you think really about this game. All of you. With one hand in your heart. Honestly. Okay? Because my players give 100%. Tomorrow, tonight, give your best. Please.
Thank you. We can take.
Don't be afraid.
Let's take the question.
Coach Donatas Urbanas, basketnews.com.
Ciao, Donatas.
You mentioned about Simone, and I have, let's say, double question. He was 89% free throw shooter before.
Can happen. Don't worry, Donatas. I understand. It can happen. Even everybody can miss. Couple of days ago, Osman is a huge player, NBA player. It can happen.
What did you say to him after the game? What are you going to say to him? Because probably he's gonna take the situation personally. Yeah. How are you gonna calm him down? And also, how do you think he grew up during these tournaments compared to the last?
One time I was with Bane Prelevic, probably someone of you, all of you, if you know basketball, you know Bane Prelevic. And he told me, like, I was so upset after one game, we lost the game Virtus. I missed some shots. And he told me, what do you think? How many shots you will miss in your life? How many shots you miss until today? And how much shot you will miss in the future? I said, I don't know, 5,000? 5,000? Yeah, so? This is our life. This is our life. This doesn't count. It's like how you play, that's different. How you practice. The connection that you got with basketball, the love of the game that he got. He will be in NBA in 1 month, he will be a monster. You will see, even if he miss those shots, that's like happened to everybody. To everybody. To everybody. I'm suffering just for him because he doesn't deserve it. But okay. He is a strong man. He's a strong, tough man. He will not sleep tonight, but tomorrow or in a few days, he will understand what he did in this European Championship. He's the MVP by far. By far. By far.
I want to add, sorry, that without Simone, we were not here today. So whoever blamed him for the last free throws is not honest with the spirit of the game.
This is those are my players. You understand, Donatas? That's the difference. He loves Simone. He want to protect him. That's like you cannot even imagine. I'm proud of them.
Thank you. Next question.
Question for Gigi. Gigi is the captain. You played with previous versions of the Italian team that fell short of expectations. They had bigger stars and didn't deliver. This team here exceeded expectations. What do you think is the difference that this team, that enabled this team to reach further than most people expected? And how do you see your future personal with the national team?
Personally, I think in the past we made a huge mistake because we thought that we achieved results with Pots those years and before without NBA players. And then finally we had NBA players and everybody expects us to achieve even more. But nowadays everybody has NBA players. And doesn't mean that if you put NBA players in a team, become a better team or become a team that will achieve something. I think this team has something special for sure. As I said before, we lack of bodies, of physicality in certain role. But this team has something special inside, and they showed it last year, we showed it this year. But Italy always showed to deserve to be in this level of the top 8 for sure. Quarterfinals, the last 4 EuroBasket. Maybe in 2015 also we could go in, we lost overtime. Maybe tonight we could go in, we lost overtime. But expectations are more from outside, me from inside. I always focus on working, on trying to be the best as possible. And if I have to say something about this group, what I said before, that there is a special group, and I hope with all my heart that this group will reach a goal that means a medal sooner or later. About myself, no, I will think about it, but tonight we need only to focus on what we did, and we need to focus on the great EuroBasket that this team. I don't want to make any word about my personal future because I don't want to take any kind of focus away from the team.
Thank you. Next question.
Good evening, Coach. Sami Sadi for French media, L'Équipe. The team didn't start really well. France was hitting threes, but you managed to come back, especially in that third quarter. What changed for you and for them in that third quarter when you were able to take the lead?
Of course, the French team started with amazing percentages threes. They have like 6 out of 9, out of 10 in the first quarter. So, but we continue to play. We keep it calm, and we knew that our character show up, and we did it again. My player, I said a couple of days ago, we shocked the world. But honestly, I had to say like they shocked the world, my players, because I was not even on the court. And they did it again. They did it again. They did it again. They did it again. That's it. They did it again. They did it again.
Thank you. Is there another question?
Coach, there was technical foul for flopping with 1:30 to play, and there was technical foul for you as well in the overtime. Maybe referees are taking the spotlight from the main stars of the game. Don't you feel?
I said just one thing about the referee. Why they didn't go to? Why we got the instant replay? Why? For fun? Just to pay somebody, one more guy that has to stay with us? Why we got instant replay? Why? Why we don't use it? Why? Why they didn't shake me the hands after the game? Why? Stop, I don't want to talk about this. We will have time. We have to sit all together with the coaches involved.
Thank you. One more.
Too many injuries. Too many injuries. The player are the protagonists. Stop. Nobody else. Nobody else. We have to protect them.
Let's take a final question in English before moving to here in the middle.
Nikola Alović, Mondo, Srbija.
Dobro večer.
Dobro večer, treneru. Just to ask you a question, why were you rushing towards the referee at the end? Did that decision not to protect players through the game upset you that much?
I was ejected 2 days ago. And, nothing I don't want to talk about. Sorry. I already told you what I think about that.
Thank you. We can now take a couple questions in Italian if there are some. Just let's take this one.
Ciao, buonasera, José Ramón Alba della Spagna.
Com'è?
José Ramón Alba, Activarse CBS della Spagna.
Ah, hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola. Parlando puramente dello sportivo, e la Francia e anche la Spagna che ha giocato ieri un riflesso per lo che può essere Italia per le prossime Coppe del Mondo, per l'Eurobasket? Grazie.
Sai che non ho capito cosa mi hai chiesto? Can you repeat the question, please?
È un riflesso la Francia di oggi o la Spagna di ieri, un riflesso per voi per fare una migliore rappresentazione dell'Italia puramente sportivo nelle prossime Coppe del Mondo e l'Eurobasket? Grazie.
Ma ok. Ti rispondo in italiano? I speak in Italian or in English?
In Italian, yeah.
Dobbiamo usare quello che questi ragazzi hanno fatto vedere in questi giorni. So poche cose, so pochissime cose nella mia vita, ho pochissime certezze, ma una è che la gente si appassiona solo di uno sport dove vede dei giocatori in campo che emozionano. Noi in questo europeo l'abbiamo fatto, da quando è iniziato l'europeo che lo dico, questi ragazzi emozionano, hanno emozionato anche oggi. E l'unico modo che abbiamo noi per avvicinare i ragazzini al nostro sport in un paese che è prettamente calciofilo la nazionale deve giocare in questo modo e dobbiamo sfruttare il fatto di aver avuto 12 fantastici ragazzi che hanno messo il campo, il cuore, l'anima e una grandissima passione per questo sport. Dobbiamo essere bravi adesso con la federazione, fare in modo che di raccogliere i frutti grazie a quello che hanno seminato questi ragazzi.
Grazie, thank you. Unfortunately, because of the noise and it's getting late as well, we'll invite you to head to the mix zone if Coach still has time, and Luigi as well for the questions in Italian. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Luigi.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
The second part with France will start shortly. Thank you. Welcome back to the post-game press conference for this EuroBasket 2022 quarterfinal game between France and Italy. Final score 93-85 after overtime. France advanced to the semifinals of the competition. We've been joined by Thomas Hurtel and head coach Vincent Collet of Team France. Thomas, after the win against Turkey, your coach here, sitting here, told us it was a miracle. What can we say about this one? Can we also call it a miracle? And can you please share your thoughts on the game?
No, I think today is different at the game against Turkey. Against Turkey, Osman missed these 2 free throws, and tonight Fontecchio also missed these 2, but I think we show more character tonight than the game against Turkey. And in the overtime, I think we play great basketball, organized basketball, and I think we play great in the end.
Thank you. And Coach, could we also have an opening statement from you?
I think we started the game quite well, and especially we were playing the defense we wanted to play. We didn't give them a lot open shot with our switches, with the way we were playing defense. But unfortunately, again, we turned it over a lot in first half, and that gave them opportunity to stay in the game. We should be, I would say, plus 13 if we hadn't this problem, but we had it, so they came back minus 7. And after that, in the third quarter, it was completely different. Our defense was going down. From the beginning, we didn't have the same pressure on the ball, not the same aggressivity, and that's why they could score 31 points. And this, hopefully, we change it again in the last quarter. We started to play stop by stop, and that's the way we came back. That's why Thomas said, and he's right from my point of view, not the same kind of game of Saturday. Saturday, with 2 free throws on the ball with -2 to your opponent, few seconds to go. It was a miracle. Tonight we did the comeback before the last second. So we were courageous. We remain the same. We do too many mistakes, and sometimes we help our opponents, but something you cannot take away from my team, that is determination. We never stop, and even in a bad situation, we still try to do it.
Thank you. We can now take the questions from the media. First the questions in English, then the questions in French. Is there any question in English here?
Hello. Question for Thomas. You made a lot of big plays today. Can you kind of talk about your role on the team and how that was for you today?
I mean, my role in the team is to organize the team. I'm the point guard of this team. But in the end of the game, our main guy, let's say in offense, Evan Fournier was in the bench with 5-4, so I took the responsibility, and people who know me that I'm not scared about it, and I was lucky tonight.
Thank you. Any more questions? And can I please remind you to state your name and the media you work for before asking your question? Let's take that one.
Good afternoon, José Ramón Alba, Tebas RCB. Question for Mr. Colette. There was in the past, in the tournaments before this, that these kind of games you lose it for some or other reason, and these two games you made in this part of the playoff for the goal, for the trophy, you made it, you overcome all the difficulties. Is this team of friends grow up instead of what we see in other tournaments, that these kind of games you didn't want these kind of games? Thank you.
We will try whatever. We know we have to play better, but now we are live. We will play Friday semi-final against a tough team. Probably the same we played against in our group, but not sure. Let the basketball game be played. But whatever, it will be another difficult game. But it's a chance for us to do better. We know, and the players, not only the coaching staff, the players too, that to get the gold medal, we have to be better. We cannot get it with the level we have since these last couple games. But we have a chance. Okay, we deserve that chance. We created it by winning tonight, and we have 2 days to prepare the next game, and we will try to make a better game. And that's the way we gave us a chance to play our best game. That's not the case for the moment. We were quite good against Lithuania, second game of the preliminary round, but now we must step up, and it's time to do it.
Thank you. Next question.
Donatas Urbanas, basketnews.com. Coach, Italy head coach Gianmarco Pozzecco told that he thinks that Italy played the best basketball in this EuroBasket. Would you agree with that, coming off a group of death? And what do you just think, how uncomfortable Italy as a matchup and as an opponent for you or for other teams, as we saw against Serbia, for example?
I let him say what he wants to say. Personally, I see many good teams playing very well. I was at the game yesterday, Greece against Germany, and I was much impressed by Germany. Before that, I think a couple teams were playing very well, like Finland, even if they lost against Spain yesterday. Italy is playing good, and I think they play better the last 2 games. Against Serbia Sunday, it was amazing. And tonight they were still playing good. But as I said, I let Gianmarco have his advice. For why they are difficult matchup for teams like Serbia or us, because their big men are popping a lot. Okay, they stretch the floor very well. It was a real problem for Serbia, especially for Jokic, because he has problem to defend that situation, and they were late, and Serbia rotate a lot, but Italian team is sharing the ball very well, and they use that defense very well. And us, our goal to limit that was to not rotating too much, but switching a lot and accepting even the mismatch, and even when the ball was going inside, not being crazy. We did mistake. Sometimes we were coming, but that was not the plan. The plan was not to come and to stay at home, to limit the inside out on the easy open shots. Italy is living with the 3 points, and that's why we didn't want to give them too many. But it's difficult to do because they have a real special way to work for it. They drive and kick very well. No, their game is a high level. They play very well. This is something I have to recognize.
Thank you. I think we have 2 more questions in English.
Thank you. Dimitris Kodos from FIBA EuroBasket. Question for Thomas. Gerson said yesterday, just earlier, sorry, that he wants to leave from here with a gold medal only. He doesn't think right now about the silver or the bronze. What is your thoughts about this, and do you think you would only be satisfied at this stage with a gold, especially considering that some other big names in the tournament are no longer in contention?
No, I mean, our first goal was to play for medals. Today we get it. We're gonna play for medals, but for sure people having our head to play for gold medals. So it's the first goals that we have to play for the gold.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thomas, France has kind of evolved in this tournament. Did it help you being in that group of death to play those hard games? And have you kind of discovered yourself, a different version of yourself in this tournament because of the difficulties? Or is this just the same old Thomas Hurtel?
Not at all. I think you didn't watch me in Madrid and Barcelona, that's why you said it. But for sure I'm playing great the last games here in the European Championship. My teammate helped me a lot. My coaching staff helped me a lot. So hopefully I will continue like that.
Thank you. Let's take a final question in English before moving on with French.
Hello, I'm from Dankshoot magazine, Japanese. I'd like to ask a question to the coach about Terry Takpe. I think this is his first big tournament, but he's been playing really good. How important he is for this team in this tournament? Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, I haven't understood the end. He is important because he's doing the things that others very often are not doing. He's firm. He's doing everything. He's grabbing rebound. He's deflecting. He's getting steals, defense, cut, and I think he's good for our offensive balance too. And that's why he got this ticket. I didn't know myself when we started the camp 6 weeks ago that he will be that important. Okay, that's I discover it with you, but. At the beginning, okay, I make him play in the third quarter, 2 minutes. He was giving everything, and step by step, his importance grew up, and now he is one of the leaders of the team by a different way, not by scoring, even if he can make few baskets, but that's not what he is doing for the team, but he does what the team needs. And that's the most important for us.
Thank you. Let's now take a few questions in French before letting Coach scout his next opponent. We'll start here.
Bonsoir Vincent, Yann Onona, l'équipe. Juste si tu peux nous reparler de ce moment où Simone Fontecchio va sur la ligne des lancers francs et où le score, alors je sais que tu as dit que c'était pas la même situation et pas le même match, mais le score est identique et on a quand même le sentiment que vous êtes sorti d'une situation qui semblait encore très mal embarquée.
Oui, ça c'est sûr. Mais après, on t'a vécu aussi beaucoup de matchs de basket et tu sais que ça arrive souvent. Ce qui est surprenant, c'est que là, ça arrive 2 fois en faveur de la même équipe. Mais ça correspond aussi, je crois, à notre identité. C'est-à-dire que autant les balles perdues, y correspondent aussi, malheureusement, mais autant ce fait de ne pas lâcher déjà. Je n'ai pas senti sur le banc, de renoncement du tout, à aucun moment. Même quand on était... Là où moi j'ai eu le plus peur, c'est à -8, parce que là on était en train de perdre le fil de notre match, et surtout on défendait de moins en moins bien, et en attaque on se précipitait. Et fort heureusement, là il y a eu à nouveau une bascule, où il y a eu des changements de joueurs et tout, et on a repris le contrôle, on s'est remis à bien jouer, bon, essentiellement sous la houlette de Thomas dans ces dernières minutes, mais c'est comme, pour moi c'est là où ça a vraiment basculé. Après c'est sûr que si Fontecchio met les deux, ça change beaucoup, hein, ça c'est clair. Hein. C'est pas la même situation, mais par exemple on aurait presque pu faire avant, parce que c'était limite les 5 secondes, là j'ai pas compté, mais et surtout si Rudy est un peu plus en deflect sur Méli, on avait coupé toutes les passes pour intercepter, et on pouvait même la prendre à ce moment-là et partir de l'autre côté. Mais après, ça fait partie du... Je sais, qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise, c'est pas moi qui... Enfin, c'est Haussmann qui a raté ses lancers samedi, et là, voilà, ça je suis pas gourou, hein, je suis pas rentré dans son cerveau, ça c'est Boris Dio qui le faisait parfois, mais moi je sais pas le faire.
Thank you. Next question.
Bonjour, Arnaud Valadon RMC. Une question pour Thomas. Est-ce que tu peux nous raconter la fin de match où tu as pris tes responsabilités? C'est la deuxième fois que tu mets 20 points en équipe de France. Il y avait eu à l'Euro 2017 ton record en carrière 23 points. Et Rudy Gobert nous disait à propos de ta fin de match que tu mettais la même taille de caleçon que lui.
Comme je l'ai expliqué avant, notre premier joueur offensif était sur le banc, Evan. Il avait 5 fautes, donc on était sur le terrain, si je ne me trompe pas, avec Rudy, Gershon, Terry et Tim. Donc pas trop joueurs créateurs, on va dire. Donc les gens, comme je l'ai dit, qui me connaissent, savent que j'ai pas peur de prendre mes responsabilités. Donc ce soir, je les ai pris et par chance, c'est rentré.
Sur la phrase de Rudy,
je te donnerai les 2 caleçons et tu verras.
Thank you. Next question here.
Bonsoir Vincent, c'est dans la lignée d'Arnaud, un mot sur le match de Thomas qui a pris les rênes dans le money time, et même avant qui était bon aussi pour revenir dans le match.
Je crois qu'il a fait un match très plein, et surtout on voyait, vu du banc, nous étions persuadés que c'était à lui que revenaient les derniers ballons et la création, et je dirais même avant qu'Evan ait les 5 fautes, on sentait bien que c'était lui qui avait l'ascendant. Bon, il a fait des actions, et il a très bien utilisé le pick and roll middle avec Méli, qui en plus était hésitant, ne savait pas trop s'il pouvait lâcher Rudy ou venir sur lui. Plusieurs fois, il a créé une brèche pour aller finir, il a mis en plus des shoots, et je lui ai déjà dit, donc je peux vous le dire à vous, pour moi, j'ai eu peur à un moment donné qu'il en fasse même un peu trop, et justement il a quand même su alterner quelques actions pour faire marquer les autres. Donc c'est vraiment très positif pour notre équipe. On a besoin de ça. Cette équipe a moins de créativité que sa devancière, que ses devancières. Donc c'est important. Celle de Thomas nous est précieuse.
Thank you. We can take a final question in French before letting them watch the next game.
Stephen Brun pour RMC. Vincent, on va parler un peu coaching. On pensait que justement le rapport de force pour nous était favorable dans la raquette. Ça n'a pas été le cas en première mi-temps, puisqu'on a beaucoup mis dedans à 3 points. C'est pour ça qu'en deuxième mi-temps, tu lances Mousse pour faire jouer sur du post-up et pour essayer de les punir? J'ai essayé, mais on a une vraie difficulté à servir. Ça fait partie de nos faiblesses. On n'est pas très bon pour amener la balle intérieure. Voilà, on a forcément, même s'ils étaient effectivement en infériorité, on va dire en taille, ils contestaient. Et on a une vraie limite sur les passes intérieures. Et j'en ai parlé aussi dans le vestiaire, donc je peux le dire. Je pense que c'est dommage, parce qu'effectivement, le rapport de force, on peut en souffrir d'un côté, mais il faut essayer et en particulier, toi, je leur ai dit mot pour mot que quand je faisais rentrer Mousse à ce moment-là, c'est pas seulement une fois ou deux qu'il faut lui passer la balle, c'est à chaque attaque quasiment. Et malheureusement, on l'a fait 2 fois, c'est 2 fautes pour Méli. Et s'il sort à la fin, c'est grâce à ce passage-là. Mais ça, c'est effectivement une marge de progression
pour le prochain match, parce que je pense que ça aura beaucoup d'importance. Et puisque tu en parles, j'ai dit que si j'avais pas utilisé effectivement les Vincent et Mousse, c'est d'abord par la physionomie du match, le fait que Rudy fasse un gros match, mais que par contre, les deux devaient garder confiance, parce qu'on allait avoir besoin d'eux pour les 2 derniers matchs qui restent, parce que de toute façon, il en reste 2, quoi qu'il arrive. Et je suis sûr qu'ils peuvent être très importants, parce qu'on sait que c'est aussi des joueurs dominants, ils nous l'ont déjà montré, et donc il faut que toute l'équipe le sache. Et en particulier, quand je fais rentrer Mousse, on doit changer de façon de jouer. Voilà, on doit voir comment l'adversaire s'adapte et pas l'inverse. Et malheureusement, ça, pour l'instant, on ne le fait pas encore très bien.
Thank you, coach. Thank you, Thomas. This concludes the second part of the first press conference of the day. Thank you.